All right, let's let these girls and guys out. They're all knuckleheads. Pretty rooster. So we'll measure. We need some spacer blocks. Got 6 inches here. We go with 6 inches there. 17 inches here. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. That'll work. So I've got this old 2x4 here. It's not real old, it's just scrap. Trusty Speed Square, just number 2 pencil from in the house, and this DeWalt saw. I've had this thing for years. It's a good saw, really good saw. So I'm going to measure out 6 inches, and my measuring tape is up here by you. These, I'm not sponsored. These pony sawhorses, they're quite expensive for what they are, but they're also awesome for what they are. I use these things all the time. I bought 2 of them. I want to say it cost me $300, $350. I really don't remember. And at this point, I don't care. It was worth every penny. If they cost $500, it was worth every penny. I use them for all sorts of things. I do not use regular sawhorses anymore. These are the thing. And that may be another video coming up. But for now, we're going to cut this 2x4. And then we're going to hang them. This Craftsman framing nailer is what I'm using. It's not the best nailer. I definitely wouldn't build a house with it. But it works. It works for small jobs like this. It's awesome for little deals like this. You don't have to have 15 hands to get everything lined up perfect. And in this situation, it does not have to be perfect, but it's just not commercial grade. It's not, but it does work. It does work for home use, especially when you don't have any help. It's really awesome then. I'm getting ready to use this DeWalt circular saw, and it's a great saw. I've had it for many years. It's old school, if there's a such thing with battery tools, but the battery life is amazing on that 20-volt max saw. Uh, the main thing is with that particular saw that I have is the safety trigger. Sort of a pain in the butt to use. I've thought about removing it, but I know how easy it is to become complacent. And, I've worked around power tools for many, many years. And if you've never worked around power tools, always be mindful of where your hands are. And some of these videos, when I come back and watch them, it looks like, man, my hands are really close. When I know they're not, but seeing it secondhand in a video, it's like, wow, that look at this this stapler, this Craftsman stapler. It's kind of garbage, but it's okay. It's great for chicken wire, but it looks like my hands are close. They aren't. Be careful. The Lord only gave you one set of hands. Be wise. All right, so I have confidence. So I'm just going to go ahead and screw my latches in here. Hopefully I don't drop any of these screws. Arthritis and carpal tunnel will help you drop everything. Now I'm afraid the latch may not work, the latch that I have, and I dropped the screw. Found the screw. All right, we're gonna hang it. So normally on most things like this, like putting these hinges on this door and putting them up here, I pre-drill the hose usually 9 times out of 10. It does much better, but it's getting late and these chickies want to go to bed, and I'm invading their territory right now, so I'm just going to put this up as quick as I can. Now, we don't sell eggs for money, so, you know, it's not a huge deal. We get more than we can eat. We give some away, and, you know, that's that. But once we close this off, we will start getting a few more eggs, and we can give a few more away. This is my wife's project, not mine. But all of you that are married, you'll quickly figure out if your wife has a project, so do you. And that's just how that goes. And this is why I pre-drill, because I'm stuck here holding screws and the door in one hand and trying to drill with the other hand and hold everything in place and not drop screws, which I am prone to doing. And I just can't even get this thing started. Sometimes, well, just drop the screw. Sometimes you feel like you're saving time by doing that, not pre-drilling. But I don't know if I'm really saving any time right now. So this is day 2 of hanging the door. Still have to finish building the door. Didn't work out yesterday, and I couldn't complete the video because the girls were ready for bed. So I have to continue it today, and we're gonna go ahead and put a support on the side for the hinges and see how it works out. It's just a makeshift door. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a chicken coop. Anyways, here we go. So bear with me. I'm working on a hillside here, and I didn't mention that in the previous video, but it's a hillside. And also, if you don't have good sawhorses, I really recommend this pony. I'm not sponsored. This is something I bought, man. I really love these things. I love these sawhorses. Can't mention it enough. Might do a video on them one day. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna staple this to the side here so we have a more firm base for our hinges. That was the problem we were having yesterday. So we'll do that, and I'm gonna use a brad nailer, and just like all my nail guns currently, it's Craftsman. I'm not impressed. But it works. And, you know, these nail guns, when you don't have help and you really need an extra hand and you're old like I am and you just don't want to muscle things anymore, nail gun's the way to go. If you got the money, I suggest it. Uh, any homeowner really ought to have nail guns, and these brad nailers are good for all sorts of things. You know, baseboard trim, whatnot. You know, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So we'll get started. All right, we're going to screw our hinges in. I don't know if you can see in the background a couple silkies. We've got 4 of those. I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but all 4 of them are roosters. They were given to us, and they are very mean to each other. I don't like them. They're the dumbest chickens we've ever had. They won't go in at night on their own hardly. Sometimes they will, but a lot of times they won't. Just not real happy with silkies, but my wife had to have them because silkies are supposedly cute. I think they're ugly. I think all chickens are ugly, actually, but neither here nor there. There's no money in egg laying birds. So if you ever decide you want to get chickens for eggs, just understand that you're not going to make any money unless you have over 100. I mean, that's just, you got to have a lot of chickens to make money on eggs. Now, meat birds, on the other hand, it's a little bit different, but she can't kill a pet. So there's that. I can't get this screw started. This wood is actually pretty hard. I may need to pre-drill. I don't want to pre-drill for something this basic, but sometimes you have to. There we go. We got one. So all 4 of those silkies are roosters. And then we have 2 more roosters. One's young. He's real pretty. And the other one, he's fairly old. And he's been through a lot. And both of those 2, they're mean, just like, you know, they say. Roosters are mean. But the old rooster, he was attacked by a bobcat and lived. Can't say that very often. But he made it. We had to nurse him back to health. He was missing all the meat along his spine and back of his neck. You could see his vertebrae. And of course, he was mean before that. But chickens, a lot of times when they're injured, if they're injured bad enough, they just give up and die on their own. It's like they can die. That's an option. They won't fight for survival like we will, because they know the pecking order is going to get them when they're injured. So we kept him contained and by himself, kept him in the garage. I hand fed him every day and made sure he drank plenty of water, electrolytes. We give our chickens electrolytes. It's hot in that coop. They get replenished just like we do. And he finally bounced back, and I attribute a lot of that to my neighbor give me some amoxicillin, and I give him a little bit of amoxicillin every day, just a little bit, and music. He seemed to like to listen to music when he was in my garage, and if you've ever been in my garage, there's almost always music playing. And you might hear it in some of my videos. You might hear some music playing. It's nothing new. I'm a music lover. Drives my wife crazy sometimes because she don't want to hear it. Can't you ever just be quiet? No, no, I can't. It's pre-drill. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but I try to find a drill bit just slightly smaller than what I'm drilling into. That way the threads still grab, but screwing this in, it doesn't have to push all the wood out of the way. It makes room. So it only has to push a little bit out of the way and it'll still catch. And that's what they mean by pre-drill. And there's our latch. So we have a door on, and it doesn't open all the way because the roof slants. I tried to avoid that. I couldn't. We'll open it up. I'll show you. But the main thing I care about is keeping the hens out so they don't lay eggs up there anymore, because I can't see or reach up there without a step stool. We don't keep a step stool in here. My wife typically gets the eggs, and she definitely can't get in here. So what I like doing is using this for storage, basically just for our shovels and broom. Let's see if we can get these in here. You know what? Put them in here, opposite direction. Let's see if we can put the broom in this direction. Got the broom in. Put this other shovel in. And that's really all I care about. They're not laying up here. And voila. That's the door, the mesh, and project complete, with the exception I'm gonna have to go find some screws. Not a big deal. We'll get that done, and I will see you next time.